Hi, I'm Clement Townsend. The purpose of this video is for your students to have an example so they can create their own video solving a problem. Instead of a worksheet, this allows students to show what they know in a way that is relevant to them and teaches them 21st century skills.
This video is on dividing whole numbers by fractions.
After the example video for students, I will give step-by-step instructions on how they can create their own video using Canva. This student-centered activity will be a game changer in the classroom. Let's get started.
Once you have logged on to Canva, this is what your home screen should look like, some version of this. And certainly we're going to get started with video. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And let's really bring your video to life. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the left side. And on the left side, you will see elements. That's where we're going to work at primarily with elements and with text. Here's where you'll see things on the left side that you're going to use. On the right side is where you will see your actual video as you start to create it. The bottom is your timeline. That's where you're going to place different elements. And they have a play button here towards the bottom and a play button towards the right. So again, we're going to start with elements and we want to create like a title slide so we know who's doing the project. When I click inside of elements, we're just going to go with background and just choose any background. You can go graphics. So I'll go graphics and see all. And just whatever background you like, scroll through. Say, for instance, you like the blue one. You just want to drag that right over inside the purple. So that's how we get started with our background. And primarily from here on out, you're just going to use text. So you just want to start by putting your name. Click on add a heading or add subheading. And just want to click that one time. And let's get started with what we're doing. Dividing whole numbers by fractions, and then put your name and what period. Certainly with text, there's a lot of different things you can do. Once I hit the outline portion, it turns into 4 arrows. I can move it around. You can change the color and things of that nature. You can also use these 2 arrows here and turn it on its side. But we just want to get started easily by adding text. Once you have that, then you want to duplicate to add your next slide. So I'm going to click the 3 dots and then click duplicate. And then let's start with 18. So I can actually put it in the same box. Let's start with the number 18. Put it in the same box. And again, click the outside, turn to my 4 arrows. Maybe I'll move this down and let's do a big number 18. So text here, I already have text box, add a heading. And let's say we want to do 18. And if you wanted to change the color, let's say you wanted to make it pink to stand out. Choose your colors here on the left side, make it pink. If you want to make it super big, because we want to start with the number 18. Let's go 88. If it didn't take for some reason, or maybe it did take, but it's not as big as I want it to be, you can always grab the sides of it. Grab the sides of it, and that's going to make it big. Again, my 4 arrows. So let's start with the number 18. And then I just want to duplicate this again, and we're just doing text. Duplicate this again. And then say I want to do up here, it looks like this. And I can actually just duplicate this box here, touch the sides. When I touch the sides, give me a duplicate option, and I can just drag this over. It looks like this. So anytime you want to do text, this is how you're going to do text. Anytime you want to duplicate, you're going to duplicate from here. But those are pretty much the basics to adding text and how you get started. Adding shapes to your math project is pretty easy. Again, we're going to go on elements. And when I go on elements, I don't want background. I want to do circle. So you type in circle, and again, whichever circle you like, if you like big circles, almost looks like a hand-drawn circle or what have you, I'm just going to take this white circle. I'm going to click it one time, and then again, to make it smaller, the same way you do text, you just drag it from the side, and that will make it smaller. And since we're doing 18, we want to make sure that we have a group of 18. Here's the easiest way I would say to do it. Here we want to duplicate it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have duplicated this 6 times or 5 times along with the original. And then this should give us 6 circles. If we don't have enough space, we can obviously move it over. And we should have 6 circles. So the number 18 is going to look like 3 rows of 6. That spacing looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here's how you duplicate it one of the easiest ways. I want to click off my whole screen. So there's a purple outline here. I want to click off. Now there's no outline. Then I want to rope all 6 of my circles. So I just want to press my keypad and just rope all 6 of my circles. And then I want to duplicate. So that duplicated it, we just drop it down. And then I would want to duplicate it again, but I might need to move my number part down. So let's see here. I want to click off again. I want to rope all of these, and I want to duplicate, and I just want to drag this down. And for better or worse, when we just look at it, that's what 18 looks like. Certainly, we could try to group this and move it up a little bit. And then you always want to click off to make sure that you're not moving anything else. But for the sake of it, you could play around with it. But that's what 18 looks like. It looks like this. And then I would just go ahead and duplicate that. Duplicate page. And you already know how to do text. We're going to divide 18 by 3/5. You already know how to do text. And then I will just duplicate this page. You always want to be sure your rows equal the numerator. So we have 3 rows, 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows equals your numerator. And then you want to duplicate this. Well, we've already duplicated it. Split each whole into 1/5. So now you want to split each whole into 1/5. I will duplicate this page. And then for that, I can delete this, and I just want to do fraction fifths. Fraction fifths. And see, it already gives me one that has 5 pieces. That one has different colors. But if I go down, and that's why sometimes you have to look, they should have one that has all the same colors. So I would take this purple one. So again, we want to have all 18 into fifths. So again, we would just do the same thing we did before. We have our fifths here. We want to make it small. We will duplicate it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure if that duplicated 5 times. We're just doing the same process we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more. And again, just make sure you space them out. The same exercise we did before. Move this over. And we could move our 18 over. And then remember, we want to click off. We want to lasso them all. Duplicate that. And then this is going, we can move this down. And then we can, again, lasso them all. We just want to make sure we lasso this one. Duplicate that. Move it down. And certainly you might have to adjust how big that is. Maybe take this down to 72. And that's how you turn it into fifths. Once you have the shapes for the fractions, you're pretty much just adding text and going from there. So here we could duplicate it. And how many pieces do you have now? And certainly you could make this a little bit neater, but this is just for the sake of instructional purposes. How many pieces are there now? 18 times 5. Now you have 90 pieces. And then certainly, again, all you do is duplicate it, and it's pretty much just adding text. Circle 1/3 of the pieces. Easy. And then the other piece would be duplicated. To circle, there's a draw button. So to circle, there's a draw button. And certainly 1/3 of the pieces, that's just going to be one row. That's why it's important, because we're doing 3/5 that you would have 3 rows. If you were doing 2/7, you would need 2 rows, 1/8, just one row. And then here, I'm just going to use this marker here and just freehand, we're going to circle. Circle 1/3 of the pieces. And then again, we'll just duplicate. I want to take and draw off, and I want text. How many pieces are circled? Extend this out. Or if it doesn't fit, you can always make it smaller. Instead of 102, let's make it 72. How many pieces are circled? If you notice, there's still a little dot there from when I drew. How many pieces are circled? We circle 1/3. And when you do it, it's 5 of each one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 pieces are circled. That is your answer. And you would just put that down. So once I have a clean background, I already have celebration here. What I did was elements, and it's time to celebrate. Elements in the search bar, celebration. And so many different things come up, graphics, photos. You could do whatever you want to celebrate. Maybe you want some sparkles, or maybe you want something to, again, we can make this shorter here to hang over the side. And we know how to make stuff adjust to make it smaller. And I would like to make that turn as well. Even if it doesn't turn, well, here's a turn button. There we go. We could make it turn that way and move it and have it hanging up. Whatever you would like to do. Elements, maybe you like to do a happy dance. So I do like videos. So elements, videos, and I'll do happy dance. Search for however you want to finish off your video. Maybe you want a chicken. If I hit the 3 dots, this tells me what it is. A rooster, excuse me. Happy rooster dancing. Maybe you would like a heart dancing on yours. Maybe you want people dancing. Were there any other people? Were there any other things? They just have a lot of different
videos here that you can add, whether it's people, but I'll just go back to the rooster. So you could have a rooster dancing. And again, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here, put that in the corner. You could do fireworks, whatever you please. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate.
I know you are a creative, innovative teacher who wants to revolutionize learning for your students. Book a free 30-minute call with me, and let's virtually create a video for your classroom assignment together. Click the link in the description to schedule your call. I can't wait to chat with you.